Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently working our way through re-upgrading our ships here. We have, of course, finished our war with these guys. I do want to attack the Han Reconquerors eventually. They're an awakened empire, and that will certainly be interesting to see how we end up doing that. I guess we can upgrade this Starhold. But we do know... That was a big lag spike. We do know that we're going to have an additional 2 additional endgame crises. Now, the AI just wrecked the crisis that came up first, right? There was no problem whatsoever there. We'll see where the other 2 spawn. But for now, we're going to continue upgrading our fleets, and we're going to continue to replenish our fleets.
Construction complete.
We'll go ahead and reinforce the 9th here. We're going to need to get all of these rebuilt, and we've got lots of room for additional fleets, right? So we want to get as many alloys as we can. We should go through our jobs here to see if there are any available to be put to work, any pops, anything in here. For the moment, that's a negative. Although this fortress world needs to have its devastation come down, and that's fine. So that's all looking good, right? We have pops declining on some of these planets, and in many cases, this is not true. They don't have excessive overcrowding. I'm not sure what's going on with that, but here we are. So we're going to want to go after, like, the conservers here. That would... Do they have any fleets?
Our ships have been made superior.
We don't have a CB on them. So we'd have to do claims if we wanted to go that route. I don't see any of their fleets here. They may all be off somewhere else. Like, I don't know if they joined in all of this. That's mostly Karelian Foundation. Commonality of Azang's Crucible was there too. And Garone Collective, of course. They're probably very upset with the autocracy for taking this territory, though, including 2 megastructures. 3 megastructures. Oh my. They're definitely not happy about that. This is a ruined orbital ring. So that's not that big of a deal, but it's still not going to make them very happy. I can tell you that one right now. So we're going to continue to work on getting all of these upgraded, right? How close are we to getting the 2nd and 6th fleet upgraded? 96 and 82% respectively. So we're very close. Looks great. Now, we don't want to do anything too major at this point, because we know for a fact that they're supposed to come all 3 back to back. I have no idea how long is in between them, but I guess we'll find out. At the very least, I want to build up our forces in case it spawns in our territory. So we'll see where that's going to be. How much do we need to reinforce? 55,000? I mean, that's still quite a bit, but that has come down somewhat. I like it. We have been working on reinforcing this whole time, so that is great. We are currently at about 1125.
Construction complete.
Okay. Looks good. And it doesn't really matter where we station these at this point, at least until the 6th and 2nd fleet are done. Or... we'll wait until then. But we can have all of these stationed in the same position if we wanted to, now that our gateway systems are done.
Our ships have been made superior.
So that'll be good. This science ship isn't doing anything, the Ibn Battuta, and we're just going to send that over to Trabano, where it will assist research. Cool. Okay, so that's all looking good. The 2nd fleet is 95%. And it will finish up eventually. Helps if I unpause, usually. That does usually aid in that. Let's check to see if we have any jobs at this point, but we may be mostly just looking to get our alloys built up. That indeed is what we're looking at right now. Okay, so we can see we're at like 1661. Once we're fully rebuilt, we'll be at 1984. With each of these being 240. I'm pulling up a calculator here. So we have 2755 minus 1984, which that number may or may not be accurate. We've had issues with that. Divided by 240 means that we can get at least 3 additional fleets. Noted. 3 additional fleets. Okay, this upgrade is underway here. Is this a Titan upgrade? It's taking a very long time. The BOS Pegasus. Is that the Titan here? Yes, that is the Titan. Okay, so that's going to be done soon enough. I do want to go into Monakadir and let's output... Well, actually, let's wait a bit. Let's wait a bit. Let's let this finish. It's at 84% right now. It'll be done soon enough. There was a machine uprising in the Emor's Republican Sons. Sure. How are we doing with the Skenurians at this point? Superior. Fascinating. We're definitely catching up on them. So that's good. I'm going to bank alloys for this exact moment. We're going to take everything here. In fact, including the Axis Mundi and the Tectonic. We're going to take all of these over to Sol for the time being. It doesn't matter where we put these due to our gateway network. So we're just going to park them there.
Transmission.
The next grid wants an embassy. Sure, whatever. That's fine. The second fleet will head once it's done upgrading. So we're just going to tell it to enter orbit here once it's done, which will be soon enough.
Our ships have been made superior.
So all of these guys will enter orbit around Sol. And what I want to do right now, I didn't want the gateway. I wanted to grab the mega structure here. I want to output... Let's see, we need like 3 additional Titans. Indeed we do. 2,800. I think I'm just going to do Corvettes. So we're going to do 1 at Egel Rarbis, and we're going to do 1 over at Soyu. Cool. And then we'll get those ready to go as additional fleets. But I do want to make sure that all of these are done first, right? That's the highest priority. So we'll go ahead and get the 7th fleet here reinforcing. And then I'm going to go into the fleet manager. And we're going to grab the 4th, 5th, and 6th here, who are not confusingly named at all.
Breakthrough achieved.
And we're going to add in these ship designs. Beautiful. And of course, we're going to set these correctly. So there should be 50, 50, and then what was it? 22, 10, 5. Okay. 22. I should have just clicked on it the other way. 4 and 5. There we go. Cool. So there's that done. We will then do the same thing here. So we needed... No, this is correct. This needs to go up to 50. This goes to 50 as well. That should go down to 22. There we go. And then this goes to 10, not 16, 10, and then 5. Cool. We'll do the same for the 5th fleet, and of course, our number of alloys that we need is dramatically going up. This is not surprising at all. So we'll take this up to 5, this up to 10, this up to 22, and then 50 and 50. Cool. So something along the lines of this. Beautiful. We're not going to have those be done just yet, though. We do need engineering research, and we are going to grab... How about... Let's go for explosive weapon attack speed. That'll be fine. Okay, so the 7th fleet needs to continue its reinforcements, right? That's definitely a thing that needs to happen here. We need to max out these fleets in basically this order. Our gateway into Jaundice is now done. That's good. I do think that attacking the Kroll conservers and linking all of this up is not a terrible idea. We're going to need influence for that. How much? So we do something kind of like this. Oh, we're actually really close. We need 71 more influence to do it. Noted. I think we can deal with this with just 3 fleets as well. Because if we look at these guys, they're inferior, superior, pathetic. Looks good. I don't think we'll have a problem with that. So we can get the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd fleets in position, and that should be okay. Eventually, we're going to want to deal with these guys, right? But for now, we can't really do that. Cool. These colonizations are newly founded. That does, of course, mean that we're going to need to do something with them. These are former toxic worlds. So we're going to have to clear off their tile blockers, and that's going to be fairly expensive in terms of energy credits. We're still short another 1,000 here. So let's go ahead and sell off some rare crystals, some dark matter, some zero, some exotic gases, some volatile motes, and even a little bit of living metal here. Cool. Something along the lines of that should do. That gets us a lot more. And we'll just continue to clear these on off. This one is going to be a little bit cheaper, looks like. Cool. And we've got this one. Excellent. We've got this factory world here, which looks apparently fine. Yes, indeed. So that should do the trick. As long as we're looking through this, let's see if we need any jobs. We probably don't at the rate we've been going. What was this? This mining world. Cool. We'll get an alloy megaforge. Looks good to me. What else might we need? Well, we've got an autosave going on here, I think. Okay, Arcturus needs a job. This is a factory world. We cannot further upgrade its production here. So in that case, we should definitely be thinking, if we don't need exotic resources, which we don't, we should be thinking about a stronghold. Just to bump up our naval cap. Okay, that'll do the trick. So from here, of course, we are continuing to work on getting the 7th Fleet reinforced.
We have established a new planetary base.
Fantastic. Here's a couple new colonies. So we'll go ahead and clear off some of these toxic tile blockers. There's that one done. And now we'll clear off these tile blockers. This doesn't look as bad. Cool. And there we go. Fantastic. So we need to get all of these fleets maxed out right now, right? So we need like 160,000 to get that done. And it does look like this is going to take us just below our naval cap, which was what we expected. Hey, refugees are arriving. I like it. There's a lot of worker unemployment here. That's interesting. And these are arriving on Brother? They're fleeing from this location and arriving on Brother. Okay, that's interesting. So we can go over to Brother here, and we can see that we have available jobs here. So this seems beautiful. Okay, so in that case, we are continuing to reinforce our fleets here. It will continue to take some time, but we're getting close on this fleet being done. Definitely getting close on that one. And then beyond the 7th fleet, we've got the 9th and the 8th that would need work. The 6th is here. That's only a singular ship right now. I think that we would probably target the 8th first. That doesn't look like it needs all that much, though. So that looks good. Not too bad at all. The 7th needed a lot of work, but we still need a little bit more here. We're lacking in a couple of battleships, and that's it for the 7th at this point. So that's looking really, really good. I'm a little surprised we haven't had the next endgame crisis yet. Maybe there's some sort of an internal cooldown where the game didn't expect the AI to just steamroll it like that. That's a possibility. Okay, the 7th is now at full strength. So the 9th is the next one. And what do we need here? Frigates, destroyers, and a few battleships. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. So we're going to continue to reinforce this fleet. We can bank up our alloys. That would be fine. I'd really like to be earning more alloys than 1,200 per month, but it'll do for now. We have a lot of scaling up on these worlds that we can still do. Unfortunate that we got a lot of these worlds fairly late in the game. And so their pops are going to grow very slowly indeed. I feel like our snowball is rolling at this point. we can take out the Kroll conservers without any major issues. Although we should consider actually recruiting a large amount of additional assault armies, or specifically clone armies.
Blocker cleared.
While we're waiting here, because we know we're going to need them, right? We know that for a fact. So I'm going to queue up a whole bunch of these. We've got 150,000 minerals right now. That's a lot of minerals. I don't know how many I've queued up here. But, it's a lot. At least 54.
We have established
I queued up
a new
90.
planetary
I queued up
base.
90. Sounds good. So here we're definitely going to need to clear additional tile blockers. We'll get those cleared up. Fantastic. Beautiful. So all of these clone armies are going to recruit while we're in this chill period. We are going to exit this chill period pretty soon if we end up being in a situation where the next crisis hasn't spawned. And it hasn't for a while. So we'll go ahead and reinforce here. And what type of ships is it reinforcing? Frigates. Okay, that makes sense. We need a lot of those. We're at 29 out of 50, so that's okay. We'll make them. Every month we can get several of them made.
We have established a new planetary base.
So there we go. Okay, we need to clear off these tile blockers as well. We're going to be low on cash. We should sell off some of these minerals because we've got a lot of them. So we'll sell off a few of those and get these tile blockers cleared out. Fantastic. There we go. No problem whatsoever there. I would love to get this mega art installation upgraded. Unfortunately, we just can't at this moment. It does make me very, very sad. Okay, so the 9th fleet here is still requiring a few additional frigates. Actually, we're basically done with our frigates here. We're working on destroyers at this point, it looks like. So we'll get those done. And if we go up to the Sol Station, yep, we're just working on destroyers. We know that we need like 8 of these, and we have 3 already queued.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
So that's not too bad at all. We're getting very close on that. Shield hit points finishing up. I wouldn't mind at this point grabbing applied superconductivity. That feels fine. We did just get more refugees. We will happily take whatever pops we can get our hands on at this point. What do we got here? This mining world needs a job. Well, alloy nanoplants are the way to go.
Cleared.
So we're quite pleased with that, actually. Yes, we continue to purchase that service. This Forge world requires a job and a planetary administration upgrade. Just the administration upgrade should get the job done. Also, hello, pause menu. Good of you to make an appearance. Excellent. So let's go down to the 9th fleet here. We should be getting very close to getting this fully maxed out. Yeah, we can now see all of those destroyers are built. That's actually going faster than I expected. We must have already had some queued up. Yeah, this is now just on the battleship, so that looks good. We know we need 3. And we can produce about 1 per month in terms of alloy production, even if we don't actually build them that much. So we can get another one built, and next month we can get almost 2. So we're going to start working on the 8th fleet beyond this. Let's go ahead and get the surveyor going. Okay, 5 trade value. Whatever. Okay, so the 9th fleet here, all we need is this month tick, and this should, I believe, be the final reinforcement. Yes, fleet is at full strength. Beautiful. So now we're working on the 8th fleet, where we need a few destroyers, we need 3 cruisers, and 2 battleships. It's really not that bad. If we go in here, can we see how much it actually is going to cost for reinforcing just this fleet? No, unfortunately we can't. But we can do it from here and see these being built. So that's fine. So there's 5 destroyers queued up.
Cleared.
We're going to need more. This will get us about half of them. We'll need 11 more. But that seems relatively fine. Cool. So let's check in on our situations here. I do want to go through some of these where the blockers have been cleared. It looks like, okay, this one we can definitely get our standard structures built. So we want to put in a gene clinic, and we want to put in a monument. This one we don't have the building slots done. And that's the case for a lot of these. So I think we should actually come back to that. Who rivaled us? The Great Zadran Mandate? Okay, whatever. And the autocracy is claiming our systems. That seems bold at this point. They're equivalent to us. And they're fighting the Adnorans. Adnoran Crisis War. That's interesting. Ah, they're a crisis aspirant. They're also going to lose that war. They're going to die pretty horribly, if I'm honest. So we're going to continue to reinforce this fleet down here. That is the 8th fleet, of course. There we go. That's a good chunk of it. And if we view this in the fleet manager, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we only need 2 more destroyers here. There we go. There's all of our destroyers queued up. From here, we just need 3 cruisers and 2 battleships. Beautiful. We're getting close to being able to get another fleet, but we're not quite there yet. Let's go ahead and get 2 of those 3 cruisers queued up. So this is going to take us, what, 3 months to get this done? Maximum. Beautiful. And then, of course, we need like 140,000 for our other 3 fleets. Granted, that's going to take a while, but that's okay.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
Mark. Excellent. There's all 3 of our cruisers dead. Army health, what are we going to go for? Fleet command limit? Honestly, fleet command limit isn't a terrible idea here. We can go for that. That'll help us max out our naval cap a little bit better. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I like it. So that should be fine. Now, I definitely do want to come up here and work on these worlds, right? These worlds that we just settled, unfortunately, many of them don't have these building slots open just yet. Ooh, Betharian power plants are available here. That is definitely something that I'm interested in working with a lot.
Blocker cleared.
We'll build the city district there, and then we'll come back to it. Okay, the rest of these tile blockers, we're still working on, and we're colonizing a number of these worlds, right? And these are all terraformed over from toxic worlds.
Blocker cleared.
So that's all reasonably fine. We've got Gilprim Prime here that we need to upgrade our system capital complex on. Otherwise, that should be good. What else do we have going on here? Benami Prime is a forge world. And this is a planetary administration. We could put in a civilian industry here. I don't love it, but we can do that. What else might we need? Nothing. Okay. So back to our 8th fleet here. We should be ready to fully reinforce that. Yep, the fleet is at full strength. Beautiful. So that's all looking good. We have an additional chunk of resources that we can put into our 6th fleet. And we'll just get that. And that is, of course, going to be primarily corvettes, which is fine. That's actually the bulk of where our power comes from, apparently. I'm not sure why it's so heavy in the corvettes. That's strange to me, but apparently it is.
Blocker cleared.
But the frigates are just as, like every other thing here is just as important, right? So I would like to take this up to 25, 12, and 6, ideally. But we're not going to have enough command limit to do that. So we'll have to figure out some way to do it. Let's see here. Just taking this to... This will be 3. So taking this to 12 would use up 6, and then this to 24. That's something that we could do. That's definitely a theoretical possibility. We'll continue to reinforce these John Henry-class corvettes, and we pump those out very, very quickly indeed. Cool. We currently have 23 of them, and we just queued up a bunch more. So that's all looking good. Yeah, those build very fast. So no real problem there. It's now up to 34,468. That's definitely not exactly what we expect it to be, but that's fine. So we just finish up this colonization, right? We definitely need to continue to clear these tile blockers. That's of utmost importance to get all of that cleared on out. Beautiful. Okay. I would definitely like to attack the Kroll conservers soon. But we've got more work to do. We can continue to reinforce our fleets here. These are going to go to the 4th fleet. It doesn't really matter where it goes to. We just need to get our alloys to get this done. That'll take some time, but we don't need all of these to take out the Kroll conservers. This is an odd time to have a lag spike. It's on the 19th of the month. Peace deal with the Uzant autocracy. So the Uzant took more territory over here. Okay, noted. Well, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, I think that we do attack the Kroll conservers. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Kentuin, James, Shadowwolf, Mlohan80, Kentogan, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Spartan News, Unisol, Rogue Corvid, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video. And as always, I will see you all next time.